For years, the pathway to becoming a mentor coach operated with a high degree of flexibility. That system is now being locked down. The International Coaching Federation is replacing the unstandardized past with the Mentor Coaching Specialization, the MCS. This new formalized requirement creates a rigid regulatory structure for all practitioners. The transition logic relies on a matrix of specific pathway requirements and strict timeline cutoffs that dictate a mentor's future eligibility to practice. A persistent misconception in the field suggests that completing advanced coaching education automatically equips a practitioner with mentor coaching capacity. The ICF is explicitly decoupling these disciplines. By redefining the boundaries of valid education, they have separated the act of coaching from the specialized skill of evaluating it. To maintain professional standing, we must derive the architectural logic of the MCS and map the exact pathways for compliance. Existing mentors have a limited window to audit their past experience and current credentials to ensure they align with the new system. This framework moves the mentor's role from a subjective peer endorsement to a verified, competency-based specialization. The system begins with a baseline prerequisite. ACC credential holders must complete at least one renewal cycle before serving as a mentor. Beyond that, all mentor coaches must eventually hold the MCS at the specific credential level they intend to evaluate. Practitioners with existing experience must navigate the credit for prior learning pathway to transition into the new framework. This pathway splits into two distinct tracks, defined by where the mentoring is delivered, inside an accredited program or as an independent practitioner. Mentors working within an ICF-accredited organization only need a formal letter of attestation confirming they provided mentor coaching to at least 5 students over the past 3 years. On this internal track, the mentor's compliance is not dependent on whether those 5 students eventually earned their credentials. Independent mentors operating outside these programs face a different standard. They must list 5 clients who successfully earned a credential in the last 3 years, which the ICF will then verify. Both tracks share a mandatory requirement: 10 or more hours of education specific to mentor coaching. Both paths also require updated evaluation training. For the ACC level, mentors must complete the 2025 version of the ACC bars. At the PCC level, the 2023 PCC markers remain the current standard and do not need to be retaken. For those conducting group sessions, group mentoring hours count toward the requirement, though new observation forms apply only to one-on-one sessions. The transition pathway is dictated by the practitioner's organizational context, shifting the burden of proof to either an employer's attestation or the ICF's credential database. Compliance is governed by the specific date a student completes their program, regardless of when the mentoring sessions actually occurred. This timeline identifies the critical threshold, April 1st, 2027. This date divides the legacy portfolio path from the new structural mandates. For students completing programs before this deadline, the previous standards are locked in. These graduates do not need to seek out enhanced mentor coaching later. These pre-2027 graduates may continue to use legacy performance evaluations when applying via the portfolio path. For programs completing on or after April 1st, the final performance evaluation is dropped entirely for Level 1 and Level 2 credentials. Instead, the curricular integrates 10 hours of enhanced mentor coaching. Coach-specific education itself never expires. As long as a certificate matched the graduation standards of its time, it remains valid indefinitely. While this threshold applies to Level 1 and Level 2, the MCC evaluation process is scheduled for a separate review next year. The ACTC credential also remains unchanged, as it relies on coaching supervision rather than mentor coaching. The framework moves the high-stakes burden away from a single final exam and toward an ongoing, integrated evaluation process. The education required for this specialization is strictly defined. Because coaching and mentor coaching are entirely separate disciplines, being a skilled coach does not prove one is an effective mentor coach. Therefore, standard Level 1, Level 2, and Level 3 coaching programs do not count toward the 10-hour MCS education requirement. This visual funnel illustrates the core principle. To qualify, an activity must explicitly align with the ICF mentor coaching competencies and feature structured learning. General training bounces off the filter. Competency-aligned education passes through. This filter applies to instructors as well. Delivering a mentor-coach education class counts toward your own requirements, but you can only count it once, regardless of how many times you teach it. To claim these hours, you must have both created and taught the curriculum yourself. Internal calibration exercises are held to the same standard. Informal faculty discussions or unstructured peer reviews fail the education test because they lack a formal learning framework. However, structured calibration within the ICF assessor community or formal internal debriefing exercises successfully passes the filter. This logic extends to courses on ethics or coaching supervision. These programs only count if the provider explicitly maps the content back to the specific mentor coaching competencies. Independent review of the competency documents does not qualify as education. Reading the competencies only counts if it is part of a facilitated learning sequence or a guided formal assignment. Practitioners can ensure compliance by using the ICF Education Search Service to find programs with the Advanced Accreditation in Mentor Coaching. Professional development is no longer a passive accumulation of general training hours, but a highly specific, competency-driven curriculum. The transition replaces ad hoc credential tracking with structured evaluation and organizational accountability. This is maintained through a continuous renewal loop. The MCS is valid for 3 years. Every renewal cycle requires 10 additional hours of mentor-specific education to maintain the specialization. Practitioners should audit their organizational context to determine whether they require internal attestations or external verifications. Organizations issuing these attestations carry an educational responsibility. They must have genuine confidence in a mentor's practice before signing off. Before committing to new CCE programs, verify that the curriculum aligns with mentor coaching competencies to ensure the investment qualifies for the MCS. Mentor coaching has matured into a distinct, specialized profession, requiring intentional and continuous investment to uphold the integrity of the coaching ecosystem.
Positivity, global coaching, yeah. Positive coaching, we move.